In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Halloween Ends. This is going to be a spoiler-filled review. This is the 13th installment in the Halloween franchise. It is a sequel to Halloween Kills, and it is part of the trilogy that started with the 2018 film, or the reboot or reimagining, which is directly followed by the 1978 film. So you have the Halloween 1978 movie, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. So 4 movies, technically, that feature the story of Laurie Strode. Now, this movie starts off with a new character coming into the fold by Corey Cunningham, who is a babysitter who is babysitting a young boy named Jeremy. And Jeremy is one of those boys who are just, weird in a way and kind of bullies Corey. And Jeremy likes to play, these kid games. So Jeremy does this thing where he locks Corey up in the attic. Corey, kind of frightened, kicks the door. It hits Jeremy in the face. The little boy falls over the banister as his parents are walking in, and they see that he dies. They blame Corey for the murder, evidently, but Corey really didn't do anything. I actually do blame the kid, because it's the kid's fault for doing that. So after that, 4 years have passed of the events of October 31st, 2019 is where the movie began. Now, it's 2021, 2000 something in the midst, with the 4 years later. They never actually mentioned the time jump. We find 4 years after Michael Myers' killing spree in Haddonfield after the end of Halloween Kills, he's now in hiding. Now the town is reeling from the aftermath with different citizens of the Haddonfield killing themselves or murdering things after the events of everything, and Laurie Strode has forgotten about Michael and is now writing a memoir. And it's very interesting how the memoir is started. While Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, is narrating it, we see flashbacks of how she remembers the events that happened in the first Halloween movie, Halloween 1978. The flashbacks are really, really good and really, really well done. She then says she's trying to move on after her daughter was killed by Michael at the end of Halloween Kills. And then now her granddaughter, Allison, is trying to mesh in. She works at a how do I say, like a hospital, so to speak. And she has this coworker who's really annoying. And something happens with Corey, who is being bullied because these 4 idiots don't want to, don't. Corey says no to them because they're not getting them drinks or something like that because they're under the age of 21. Corey says no, something happens. Laurie butts in. And listen, these bullies are really stupid and annoying. And one of them has a weird haircut. If it's in 2022 or the present day and you have a haircut like that, you should be the one to be bullied, not Corey. So Corey kind of, after what happened with his hand, goes to this, I want to say this urgent care, and kind of, starts flirting with Allison because Laurie kind of, in a way, set it up. Now, Corey is invited to a Halloween party and that Lindsay is throwing, and they have a good time. Allison and Corey have a good time, but then Corey evidently comes face to face with Jeremy, his mother, the little boy that died, his mother, and while he is at this party, he runs away, once again meets up with the bullies. They throw him over the bridge. He gets dragged into the sewers. We don't know how, we don't know why. We come to find out that Michael Myers is alive and well and living in the sewers of Haddonfield 4 years later. Somehow he chokes Corey, but he doesn't kill him. And somehow, as Michael is choking Corey, these flashbacks happen of what Corey has gone through with the events of the babysitting incident and how he's called a murderer and everything. Michael sees this, and somehow Corey starts turning into this unknown kind of like person or figure. It feels like he's possessed with evil. So as this goes on, over the course of the movie, Corey is the one who is doing all of these things and these killings, and he kills people who have bullied him. So he's doing his own thing, but then it's like, okay, what's really happening? So the aspect of that is Corey's doing certain things, and then Corey wants to feel what it's like to be Michael, evidently. Goes into the sewer, and him and Michael fight. He literally takes down Michael with a back kick, swift kick, takes off the mask, and runs out. I'm sorry, Corey overpowered Michael Myers? Okay, that's interesting. Not only that, there was another thing where Allison was going out with one of the police officers, and, he was kind of saying stuff to Corey, and then the police officer followed Corey to the sewer. Michael Myers kind of killed this cop and kind of gained the powers in a way back. It was really interesting and weird. So over the time, as all this is going on, the killings are happening and everything, and then Corey goes to Laurie. Laurie shoots Corey. Corey falls over the banister. Poetic, because that's how the little boy died. And, he's like, oh, if I can't have Allison, no one will. So literally, the guy stabs himself in the neck with a knife. Allison walks in, sees what evidently her grandmother did, and then, it's like leaves. So the next thing, we have Michael coming in, and it's the final showdown between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. Very, very how do I say? It's like nothing was anticipated for it at all. I mean, the trailers gave so much deception of what was happening and who was doing all these killings. The fight scene that happened was simple and quick. The entire fight scene is in the trailers, literally, between Michael and Laurie, and that's it. They just don't show how Michael Myers dies. Well, Laurie takes off the mask and literally just takes a kitchen knife and slices his throat. Michael, with his hand, just grabs Laurie's throat, and then we see the flashbacks of all the events that happened between Michael and Laurie from the very first film in 1978. There's also glimpses of Dr. Loomis. If you pay attention closely, it's quick clips, boom, 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 just going right at you. Once that happens, Allison rushes in because, evidently the deputy, Frank, calls Allison's like, where is your grandma? Is she okay? Like, she had a suicide call. Allison comes in, takes Michael's arm, breaks it, and then Laurie just takes the knife and just slices his wrist, and all this blood is everywhere. So then the interesting thing about this is that I didn't expect how the ending would go. They take Michael's body and they put him on top of a car and they parade him around Haddonfield. All the citizens and all the townspeople come out to watch Michael finally die in a trash compactor, which Laurie pushes the body in. Laurie finishes her memoir and kind of exclaims that while Michael has died, evil always changes its shape. That's the ending of this movie. And the reason I said I'm going to do spoilers is because I'm saving everyone from going to see this at the movie theaters. Because the movie is 111 minutes long. There's no way this movie should have been that long. It's a slow burn. The character of Corey didn't like it. Didn't make any sense. Was he just doing it because he got the possessed evil that Michael had and somehow it went into him? Or I want to say that maybe he was bullied so much that he just lost his mind, which I think he did. And then he saw Michael being the one to, people are afraid of Michael Myers. Let me put this mask on and do what I have to do. I don't know. I don't know where. I mean, the idea and the aspect of having a franchise like this continue on, seeing Jamie Lee Curtis back for Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends was really good. But that's it. This is Halloween Ends. Stop this franchise now. Do not continue it. And the character of Michael Myers is long gone and dead. Do not remake it. Do another different story with a new character of Haddonfield. Don't do that at all. We don't need that. We're fine with how everything ended. And this was okay. Michael Myers is not in it at all that much. Maybe I want to say a total of 20 to 25 minutes of screen time. Same thing with Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode. She's not in it that very much, but she's only narrating it. The aspect of her character in the beginning being this light-hearted and funny person who forgot about Michael Myers and writing her memoir, and all of a sudden switches and changes because she sees the evil in Corey. Very different, and I didn't understand that writing at all. The movie is slowly focused on Allison. That's it, and Corey. It's their film, it's their movie. Has nothing to do with Michael Myers at all. People would say, like, oh, I'm really critiquing this film. Yeah, I'm a fan of this franchise. As you can see, I'm wearing a Michael Myers shirt. I mean, you can continue this story, but not with Laurie Strode. Laurie closed this chapter, and it's the final trilogy of sequel of films that commenced with the 2018 version, which is directly tied into the 1978 film. For me, Halloween Ends gets 1.5 out of 5 stars. It could have done better, but I'm curious to see if this will continue. It's the final appearances of Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. Hopefully. This character has been in our lives for 4 decades, 40 years. Jamie Lee Curtis has played this character many of times. Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, and Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. That's 7 times for playing this role. I'm pretty sure she can hang up that Laurie Strode costume, especially Michael Myers. Michael Myers is a powerful, pronounced figure in horror, but this film didn't, if it simultaneously came out on October 14th, 2022, in theaters and on Peacock. So I wanted to like it, but it was just really slow going. The interest of Corey and everything didn't make any sense at all. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Halloween Ends. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What rating would you give this movie? And do you think this should have been just slowly focused on Michael Myers and Laurie Strode instead of this new character named Corey and Allison? Let me know what you think about this film. And do you think you would like to see Michael Myers again in another Halloween movie? Or is that it? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And please leave your opinions in the comment section below as well. And I'll see you all in the next review video.